opened up. And the really big success is Follow Me, the English by television series. This, dare I say it, makes a little bit of money for us, or even if it doesn't make money, it actually pays for itself. Hugh Howes is in charge of English by radio and television. He is our super salesman, and he's just been back to China to negotiate a further series. Part of the success of this program is Kate Flower, and it's really rather intriguing that an English girl should have become a national television star in China.
It's the only television we do in the external services, and it grew out of our English by radio operation.
This has almost become, I think, the Coronation Street of China. It goes out at a peak viewing time 4 times a week and has a massive audience.
In lesson 1, 11 and 21, you learned how to talk.
Follow Me has been broadcast so far in around 40 countries. Began in Europe, in Germany, with a very large audience of 9 million, and 600,000 people bought the Follow Me books to study rather more carefully. And it's spread throughout Europe. It's now on television in Italy, for example, certain Middle Eastern countries, Venezuela, in Latin America.
21.
China Central Television, in presenting it on television, have made it particularly attractive because they've added presentation in Chinese. They have added explanations.
Wait, let's say something like, sometimes you meet someone and you think you know them already.
Yeah.
Very often we say, haven't we met before? Could I say that? Because it's not really a way of greeting people.
A way to open conversation.
But only if you really have met the person, or you think
Do you
you
say
have.
that to a person whom you have never met?
No.
No.
Only if you try to.
Yes, I see.
But actually, we've had to cut out very, very little, remarkably little. In fact, when I presented this program in France, we had far more problems. Because, for example, every time we showed people drinking and getting drunk, there would be loud complaints from parents saying that their children were being corrupted. That was the French reaction to alcohol on the scene. But when we've shown the same scene in China, everybody's treated it as a great joke and absolutely nothing to worry about. There was a scene of a girl in a bubble bath, which I think we replaced with a caption on the screen and splashing noises, which was just as effective, really.
It has been said that Kate has the most famous foreign face in the whole of China. It's impossible to know exactly how many people are following Follow Me. There are some 20 million TV sets. The number of people watching each individual television set can vary, let's say, in a family between 5 people, or in a factory, it can be as many as 40 people.
Hello, I'm Kate Flower. My name's...
It really does surprise me why so many people who will never have a chance to use their English make such a tremendous effort to learn it.
Town. How far is Brighton? It's 85 kilometres away.
It's 85 kilometers away.
How can we get to Brighton?
How can we get to
By train. We can get there by train.
It's too expensive.
It's cheaper by bus. It's faster by train.
By train.
How can we get to the station?
You can take a taxi.
You can take a taxi. You can walk. You can walk.
But it's very fast.
Waiters and waitresses, shopkeepers, workers in factories spend a lot of time and effort learning it. I can only hope for their sake that one day they will have a chance to use it.
And how can we get to the station?
You can take a coach.
Can take coach.
It's a long way from here.
It's a long way from here.
It's faster by train.
By train.
You
All
the flights are full. You have to go on Thursday.
Here's Charles Street down this way. Charles Street? No, it's not down here.
Could you imagine in Britain that ordinary people would get up an hour earlier than they normally would to get to their factory or office just to practice the previous night's program?
Hello, Mr.
so? Oh, hello, good morning. Morning, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. Can I sit here? Yes, please. Oh, but I'm very busy. What for? I'm making computer programs every day. I'm busy too. I'm translating English book into Chinese. What's the book about? A story about the former state TV homework. Oh, I see. You like stories, I think. Oh, what's the time? It's 9 o'clock. Oh, I'm late. Sorry. Bye-bye. Where are you going? I'm meeting my girlfriend.
People have been asking me for the last 6 or 7 months, where's the book, when's the book coming out, when's it going to be in the shops? So I'm going to be happy to be able to give them a positive answer at last. It's there, go and buy it.
The book of Follow Me has just been published for the first time here in Peking. They have printed 1,200,000 copies.
补充简简单，您和这个我们这些像蒲老师、袁老师主办这节目相当受欢迎的。
谢谢。Well, my Chinese isn't quite good enough to translate all of that, but the basic gist of it was that it's for the sake of international friendship, that English is very much the international language used by many different countries, and also that it's necessary for China's progress into the future as a modern state. And I think probably what he said, judging by the reaction, sums up the feelings of a lot of people. China's opened up enormously in the last 3 or 4 years, and the number of people who are coming here now is huge, both as tourists and businessmen, diplomats, teachers, and so on. I think that's one of the reasons why the program Follow Me has been such a success. I feel I'm very, very lucky to be involved in such a success story.
And how can we get there?
We can take a train.
But it's cheaper by coach. We can go in my car.
And how can we get to the station?
You can take a coach.
A coach is very slow.
How can we get to Brighton? We can go by car.
It is Britain's voice to the world, the way that we tell the world about our institutions, about the way we live, about our successes, and about some of our failures as well.
Current affairs program for the French service.
Définir les relations franco-britanniques, c'est une gageure, c'est vrai, les clichés sont nombreux, se bousculent, sont omniprésents, et ils survivent aux années, ils survivent même au changement.
Welcome to listeners to Radio New Zealand, welcome to listeners to Radio Trinidad, in fact, welcome to listeners throughout the world.
The honest of odds-on favourites. Peter Ward will be commentating on the match for us in Saturday's special, so he's the...
Duncan, the cloisters is close to the brewery. We can all smell what they brew.
And we don't care tuppence when the red day comes, 'cause it's cloister, the workhouse too.
There are something like 40 different root vegetables. In Britain, there are maybe 12 to 16.
Thank you, Jared, for the asking.
As a way of getting nuclear weapons down, unlike the right honourable gentleman who has been...
Wait for this. What is the high spot in the Negev desert? Well, you're about to find out. The high spot of the week is to see the nomadic Bedouin tribesmen screech to a halt on their donkeys and camels on a Tuesday afternoon.
Newsroom and Regions, a news announcement. We're just getting reports of what looks like a bad air crash on the subcontinent. It looks as though the casualty figures are going to be high. John's just snapping it now. We'll put it into third headline.
Our weekly magazine of science and technology. This week we'll be talking about the computer miracle that can make the paralyzed walk again, and do quasars lie in straight lines?
There used to be in America, just before the Second War, an Englishman, I would guess.
Right, Kenneth, 50 seconds on chivalry starting now.
There are endless examples of this in the history of our country. Boadicea is reputed to give an old Harridan in Dawlish a ride on her bullock cart, and the same with Walter Raleigh when he laid it down and said to Elizabeth, here, tread on that.
Yes, their sole source of protein seems to be pre-digested rotting meat. Now, what they do is they are
Well, that's Bright Eyes. It comes from our
from the moral questions surrounding the beginning of life.
That was the last book in a series of reflections by Canon George Austin, parish priest in Bushy, north of London.
We're acquiring a lot of the Western Hemisphere at 11 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, and we're losing some of Africa and Asia before then. I'll tell Europe about 30-minute theatre, I think.
Well, tonight's documentary about the BBC's external services is just one of the programmes that Ludovic Kennedy and his guests will be discussing on Friday. That's Did You See at 7:50 on BBC Two.